Um, I'm sharing this for a social media friend, um, but also for anybody who might be interested, who might find this information useful. Here are some exercises for wrist strength training. Um, I'm I've got these exercises from a physical therapist after recently coming out of wrist surgery, and I think that these are a good, safe way, as opposed to some of the ways I've tried in the past, being 45 years old, a good, safe way of doing wrist strength training. Whether you're coming out of physical therapy or whether you're doing physical therapy for your wrist or just interested in doing wrist strength training safely in general. So, I have here a TheraBand bar, a construction carpenter's hammer, as opposed to your more standard household hammer. This one is a bit longer and heavier, which will be useful for the exercises. Your classic grip training handle. Some finger exercises that come in different strength gradations. I'm just showing here some of the ones that I've worked through to show that there are different levels. And a Handmaster Plus hand exercise ball. So each of these things does different things, or different things were recommended for me to do with these different things. I guess maybe we could go through the most obvious one first. So the grip strength training is obvious, right? And you can kind of do that with your standard 3 sets of 10. And with the finger exercises, you're doing one finger at a time. What was recommended to me is 3 sets of 8. Three sets of 8. And then with this exercise ball, nice thing about this one, well, I'll explain a little bit. This will be a little bit of an explanation as to how the science of kinesiology and how it works. Any muscle exerts force by pulling. I didn't know that before I started studying kinesiology, but now I know. Any muscle works by pulling to exert force. So when you're bending a joint, the muscle on this side is the one that's doing the work, right? When you're extending it, it's the muscle on the other side that's doing the work. And it's important to have muscle balance in every part of your body. So you want to make sure that there's a balanced set of opposing forces for every muscle. So to strengthen not just your hand's ability to close, but correspondingly strengthen its ability to open and for your fingers to extend, that's what this is for. That's why it has the finger loops. You stick your fingers in the finger loops, and you start by closing your fist over the ball and then opening it against the resistance of these rubber finger loops. And they come in different strength grades as well. The TheraBand, there are several exercises that were recommended to me from the TheraBand to do with the TheraBand. One is a helicopter motion, and I do it 10 in each direction, 3 sets of 10. The same on the bottom, 3 sets of 10, and in each direction. As well as some twists, which I can't do because I'm holding my phone. But basically, you hold the bar with both hands. You keep one hand stationary. You don't move it, and the other one you twist it. So you do a wrist curling motion, and you do start out with 3 sets of 10 and eventually work your way up to doing 3 sets of 20 to 30 as an endurance exercise. And the same with wrist extension. And what's causing the resistance is that you're holding the other end of the bar with your hand, so you're actually twisting the bar, and the twisting of the bar is what's creating that resistance, so that you're actually physically exerting your wrist. With the hammer, what was recommended for me to do is wrist twists, basically. So here's the neutral position. I'm turning this way, and I'm turning this way, and it's 3 sets of 10 with these as well. At some point, I may eventually work myself to a point where I'll need something heavier than a hammer. If that happens, I can get a dumbbell handle and a removable plate, and put a small weight plate on the end of that dumbbell handle. So that's it. That's wrist exercises.